Hey, everybody. So I see Fred Henry has posed a question to the community. What inspires you? Inspiration is everywhere. It's your history, your past, somebody else's past, um, TV, movies, books. See it on the street. You went visit it. It's close to you. I'll point out some examples. The Hawaiian Pilot there. My Uncle Perry built the Hawaiian Pilot. And then there was a group build, and I thought she'd be perfect for a group build over at Hobby Link International. Then there's Talking Ships, the SS United States. I think the most beautiful ocean liner ever created, and it's really sad that she's wasting away in Philadelphia. Um, and there's the USS New Orleans. I was born in New Orleans. She was the lead ship in her class. Beautiful cruiser that survived the war. Only, well, you know her fate. There's a Franklin. What was a CV-13? She had a very short career. I had an uncle on the Franklin, so I've got the Franklin, and he survived. And she took a terrible beating and had to withdraw from combat. See what else we got up there. History, all the military, plane I like, a pilot I admire, um, Axis, Allies. It doesn't matter if I like the plane and I see it in action or I see a picture of it, like, ooh, I think I'll get one of those. One day I'll build it. Uh, ships, ships have their own personality, their own uh, loved by the crew. I've got a USS Kids right there in my backyard in Baton Rouge. I've been on her twice. Uh, she, she got she got wounded in World War II off Okinawa, but there she is sitting in a unique floating dry dock of sorts in Baton Rouge. So I had to get a kid, and if you see this TV, TV, there's a lot of inspiration on TV. There's that Airwolf. I've got a Hughes 500 and an Alouette from the movie Birds of Prey. Um, Three Plymouths and a Dodge because my blood runs Mopar blue. Uh, there's a lot of cars that I grew up with. Some I admired, like the Chrysler Turbine car. That would have been the coolest if to just ride in one of those now. There's so few left. Uh, Let me turn you over here. If you look against that wall, if I can get you in focus, is my grandpa's truck. That was for a cancer group build. Um, what else we got up there? Cars that there's a Mustang for Cliff that we all built after he passed. There's NCIS Charger, General Lee, Vantage Point Challenger, Christine, TV and movies. Um, Below the truck is a Roadrunner that I had. I had a Daytona, not purple, she was blue. Um, so that's a couple that I had. There's a few group builds up there, and there's one series with Arthur and Jasmine and his family. that I'd like to do a few more on that. You know, the Charger when Arthur bought it right after he came home from Vietnam. The Charger as raced, a tow vehicle, and after she was restored and retired from racing. So I got a little series there. There's a I don't really get inspired by other people's builds. I mean, I can admire them and say, yeah, that's an excellent job. I probably won't duplicate it like that. But, there's little bits and pieces of it. Oh, yeah, I could put that on mine, or I could do mine like that. As far as, so that's history, TV and movies, uh, a love of everything automotive that I've had since I was, shoot, riding in my daddy's 62 Ford Custom, not Custom, a Galaxy. First car I remember riding in. And then he bought that Comet. Oh, yeah, I got the Comet up there. That's one of my dad's cars. It's probably his favorite car. I've got up here, that is going to be one of his first patrol cars when he joined the Kenner Police Department in 1971. If I can ever find, I know I can get it from memory, but that was a long time ago. Kenner had these weird green and white police cars, and it's damn near impossible just to find a picture of one of those green and white cars anywhere. It'll be easier getting a winning lottery ticket than trying to find a picture of one of those damn cars. So one day I'm gonna have to stop by the Kenner Police Station and say, "Hey, I know y'all have pictures of those cars here. I need to see them." Because it's in June, it'll be a year that he's gone, and I haven't built that thing yet. And it's so simple. It's that '70 Ford police car. Um, so there's a lot of things that can inspire you. You open up a magazine. I've seen a lot in Mopar Action magazine that like, ooh, I like that. I think I'll build one of those and go get a kit. I watched a documentary the other day I never knew existed about the Santa Fe Skyway. It was a branch of Santa Fe Railroad. And it only lasted less than 2 years because the Civil Aviation Board said no, you can't do it. You can't fly because you're running a railroad. And I thought, hey, that would be cool. A DC-4, and there's actually a company that makes Santa Fe Skyway decals, like something that maybe 2% of the population knows about. And there's a decal set for the DC-3 and the DC-4 for Santa Fe Skyways. Like, well, it must want me to build it. So I have to get a DC-4 and those decals. And they were very attractive, the way they were painted. As far as anything else, I got science fiction because when Star Trek came out when I was 6 years old, and I just fell in love with the Enterprise. This most beautiful spacecraft ever created, and still to this day, I feel the same way. So I've got quite a few Enterprise refit. I got the NX. I've got the Enterprise C. If I like them, the Enterprise B is ugly as hell. The D, that's an ugly ass ship too. So that's two I don't have. But I like science fiction and real space travel. That's been a passion of mine too since I was a kid. I'd read about it and watch the lunar landing that night in July in 1969, glued to the TV. Wow, look at that. So I've got a lunar lander. Um, I've got some other spacecraft that don't look ridiculous, but looks like it could actually be built. So yeah, I've like I say, you could find inspiration everywhere. So I appreciate Fred putting this question out. It's been a while since we had a community interest question, and y'all get to building. Look who's talking. That's something I should be doing, huh? Get the building instead of sitting here drinking coffee, talking to the telephone. Mm. All right, y'all. This was Benny. Go out and find yourself some inspiration. It could be right there in your own mind, your own fantasy world. Like, yeah, I'm gonna build that. We'll see you. Thanks for stopping by. Oh.